going to look at a couple of verses from Isaiah, which we've looked at before, but I thought it would be worthwhile to revise on several of the former presentations and perfect our presentation a little bit more. So there's no problem with revising. We always can learn a little bit more from what we looked at before. Let me share the worksheet that I had in mind. Um, Am I already sharing or no?
No.
Okay. For some reason, I'm not getting the usual. Here we go. We have several shorshim, the roots that are 3 letters in length and form the basis for many words in Hebrew. And we find these shorshim, these roots, inside these verses from Isaiah. The shorshim are listed down at the bottom in red, and we can review those together, and then we can look for them inside the verses. And then if we have time, we can actually discover some additional words that come out of these shorshim, these roots. So the first thing we would do is to recite the shorshim, the roots that we're going to be looking at. Joseph, if you could help me by reciting the words and their translations, that would be a great first step. So I'm
Okay.
asking you to read the red words.
Amar, say,
Good.
Yasav, sit,
Yashav, sit.
Yashav, sorry, sit, Ir, city, Bana, build, Harav, destroy.
Very nice. So these shorshim appear in both of the verses. The first verse has a shorish in the first line. The verses are fairly short, so I think we should read through the entire verse first, and then we can go back and look at the shorshim. So why don't you go ahead and read the verse for us, Joseph, and then we'll work through the translation together using the shorshim list that we've created. So go ahead kindly and read the verse for us.
Okay. Haoneir, Lirushalam, Tushav, Ul
Nice.
Array.
Omer Lirushalam Tusham. Good. Ul Array. Continue.
Oh, sorry, I did not respect the comma. Ul Array,
That's okay. Uh-huh.
Yehuda, tibanena.
Very nice. And two more words.
Vehar voteha.
Vicharvoteha. Very good.
Vehar voteha. Voteha.
Yeah. Very good. Yes. Do you have some trouble with this? Very good. Akomein. Very nice. Your approach to reading is very smart. You take some time to analyze the word and to make some decisions, I think. Of course, I can't know exactly what your thought process is because it's inside your brain. But it seems to me that you are taking some time to make sure of the letters and also make sure of the
accentation.
Yeah, the accentation and the open and closed syllables, decisions about open and closed syllables, where we're going to break the word up. And this is really the method that we want to teach all of our learners. Is we're not in a race, especially at the beginning. Let's take time to make those decisions before we pronounce. So it's a very good model. I wish we could see the process in your brain. Somehow we could put electrodes onto your forehead and see the analysis that you do inside your brain. But I think I have an idea, and I think that's what I think we need to convey to the other students as we continue to become teachers. The fun now is to begin translating some of the verses. We see the first shorish is amar, to say. And we encounter that shorish in the very first word of the verse, ha-omer. Let it be said. Ha-omer, let it be said. This is Isaiah declaring to the people, ha-omer, let it be said. Li-Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem, to Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. Let it be said to Jerusalem, Tushav, you shall be settled. We know that in the time of Isaiah, Jerusalem had been ravaged by foreign armies and occupations, and because of the sins of the people, it had been torn apart. And Isaiah is coming to offer comfort that in the future, Jerusalem will be restored. So that's the background of our verses. So, ha-omer l'Yerushalayim, let it be said to Jerusalem, you shall be settled. Ule'are, there's the ear from our shorish list. So what can we discover from this instance of ear is that sometimes one letter drops out. In this case, the yud drops out, and we're left with the ayin and the resh. And of course, the vowels change. We know that u means and le means to. And we can actually learn also that this seire yud ending is a plural ending, so that we're not talking about one city, but we're talking about many cities. U le'are Yehuda, and to the cities of Judah. Tibaneha. Which shorish do we have in this last word, tibaneha? Tibanena, can you find the shorish from our list?
Yes. Bana, build.
Right. Build. So this tav at the beginning of the word is a future feminine form. Will be. She will be. It will be. So what we have actually is tibanena. They shall be built up. They shall be built again. The cities of Judah, tibanena, shall be built up again. Then the last line, v'charvoteha, which shorish do we have in that word, v'charvoteha?
Har, harav, destroy.
Very nice, to destroy. So that's a verb, to destroy. I destroy the city, but we've turned it into a noun. So now we're talking about charvot, those places that have been destroyed.
Yes.
The charvot, the destroyed places. So we have charvot, destroyed places, and we have eha, which is a possessive, and her destroyed places, namely the destroyed places of Jerusalem and of Yehuda, akomein, I will cause to rise up. Ha'omer lirushalayim tushav, let it be said, O Jerusalem, you shall be settled. Ula'are Yehuda, and let it be said to the cities of Judah, Tibanena, you shall be built up. The Charvoteha, and those destroyed and your destroyed places, Akomein, I shall build up, I shall raise up. So
Amen.
this is Isaiah offering Amen. Amen.
Amen.
The next verse has some of the same shorshim. And let's add a shorish, since I'm becoming quite proficient at the Hebrew typewriter. Let us add a shorish.
Niko meeting.
Or even, we could change this to that, and we can make it a larger font, and we can make it red. And this word has the meaning to stand. Whoops, we have to go into English now. Kum is the shorish for stand. Ani kam, I stand. Frequently, this vav in the middle of the shorish disappears. When you have a vav in the middle, it often disappears. So we have kum, to stand. From that, we have a word called komem, where we get two mems at the end. Komem means to stand something up, or to let something be stood up again, or let something be brought up again. Akomein, I shall rise up, I shall raise up. To raise up, there's a good translation. So kum becomes komem. Can you see, even though it's not in red, can you see that that instance of kum in our second verse? Do you see that kum where it's become komem?
Yes.
Where do you see it, brother?
I can see it in the last word.
The last word. Do you want
Tikomein.
to pronounce that for us?
Tikomein.
Beautiful, tikomein. Right. So we will discover what is being stood up, what is being raised up. Let us discover that. The first line of our verse 58 is verse 12 of chapter 58 is uvanu mimcha, and they will build for you charvot. There's the charvot again, the destroyed places. So this is a repetition of the promise. Uvanu, the u is a plural form. Uvanu, that's bana, to build. Uvanu, and they will build for you. Olam means eternal. So that's a mystery to me, and that would take a little more interpretation than I can give you. But olam means eternity or eternal. And I think it suggests that there is this promise is in ourselves with our holy places destroyed. There is a promise that they will be built up. That would be my try, Joseph. You could also do a good job with this, as you are very skilled with interpreting the verses also. So uvanu mimcha charvot olam. Your destroyed places shall be built up. Oh, Giddy is ready to join us. Moste dor vador tikomem. Why don't you take a try at this one also, Joseph? I should have given you the chance to read it. Go ahead, brother, and read this verse for us.
Okay. Uvanu mimcha harvot olam
Right.
moslei dor vador. Tekomein.
Very nice. Let me give you a couple of new words. Welcome, Giddy. Are you able to connect with audio yet, or are we still waiting on your audio, brother?
My audio, I think it is okay.
Yeah, it's excellent. Are you using data inside your house, in your town, in your village?
I'm using my mobile data.
Very nice. The connection is outstanding.
Yeah. But I think it is working well. It is not working well, as I told you last time, because you can imagine it has taken me almost 30 minutes without getting the link.
Really?
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
phone must be having a problem.
That's good information. The shoresh we can discover, and another word we can discover in this verse is also a very interesting one. Let me get there we go. Yud Samech Daled. Where's the Daled? There we go. Yasad, to establish, to found, or to establish. If we establish or found a new society, like if you establish your Yahweh's salvation channel, you established that channel on YouTube. We could use Yasad. And we can make it a 60 font, and we can also make it red. And this one means to establish. Now we'll go to English. Or found. And then the other word we have in our second verse is door, which means generation. So we have our father's generation, we have our grandfather's generation, and then Joseph, you and Gideon are the new generation, are the next generation, the last generation. And that word in Hebrew is door, generation. So we have Daled, Vav, Resh, door. And we'll make that 60 and we'll make it red. And then we'll come over here and we'll go to English. And we'll make it black. And that means generation. So let's find the instance of Yasad in our verse, Gideon. Let me bring you into the exercise. We're looking at verses from Isaiah chapter 58, which we've looked at before, but we're revising today and going a little deeper. Gideon, you're welcome to unmute and help us to find the Shoresh Yasad. The Shoresh Yasad, can we find it in our verse in Isaiah? It may be challenging because one of the letters may have dropped out. I'll give you that clue.
Today.
Very good, most day. So here's another example of a verb, to found or to establish, changing into a noun. So most day is the established places. And again, the Tserei Yud is an indicator of possession, plural possession. So we know we're talking about mosdot or mosdim. We're talking about the established places of dor vador, of each generation. The established places, the founded places of each generation, tikomem, they shall be raised up. So again, we're looking at the charvot, the destroyed places, charvot olam, the destroyed places that are eternally with us. And maybe even you could understand this in a spiritual way, that internally inside of us, we have destroyed places, we have troubles, we have problems. And this is Isaiah's promise that those charvot olam, those eternal destroyed places, shall be raised up in every generation. Do you want to try reading the two verses, Gideon, just to catch up with us? You can read them and I'll translate for you so we can all enjoy these verses from Isaiah.
Okay. Haomer Shalim.
Yes, right, Yerushalam. And that's a mysterious dot in there. It may be it wants to be a chirik. So it would be Lirushalayim. Yeah, nice job. Continue.
Tushav.
Right.
Array. Yehuda.
Yehuda.
Oh, Yehuda, yes. Tibanena.
Well done, Tibanena.
Utar. Voteha.
Careful with the first red letter. That's a chet. Vechar voteha.
Yeah, vechar voteha.
Nice.
Akomem.
Well done. Ha'omer l'Yerushalayim, let it be said to Jerusalem, Tushav, you shall be settled. Ule'arei Yehuda, and to the cities of Judah, Tibanena, you shall be built up. The Charvoteha, and your destroyed places, Hakomem, I will raise up.
Amen.
And the second verse, kindly, Gideon.
Yep. Uvanung mimuk
Mimcha.
mimcha
Nice.
tarvot
Careful, you are having some.
harvot.
There
Yeah.
you go. Good. Good for you.
Harvot ulam
Nice.
most day dor vador tekomem.
Beautiful. Uvanu mimcha, and I will build up for you Harvot olam, the destroyed places that are with us eternally. Most day dor vador, those places that were established in every generation. Tikomem. Comfort from the prophet Isaiah. And they've given us an opportunity to learn some milim and some dikduk, and excellent reading from both you guys. We'll continue to start and focus on our lessons of Shorshim and verses as we rebuild our followers group. And then typically I think we will do the presentation of the verses first, and then depending on who is with us, we will tailor the actual Hebrew drill and reading training after the verse. That might be the way we go forward now as we rebuild our followers. Very nice work, you guys. I thank you very much, and I wish you a very good night.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your time at home, Gil.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.